What's up, y'all? It's the Boosh Bag. Miss Boosh Bag. To you. Okay, I know what y'all thinking. Why do I even follow this bitch when her shit be late as hell all the time? Alright, but I don't think that many people follow me for my Real Housewives reviews anyway. But for those of you who do, I'm sorry, alright? My husband's son was here. Our apartment is small as hell. I already be trying to get rid of him and the damn dog. But everybody here, everybody was snoring and all kind of stuff going on after the show. The next morning, yeah, they still wouldn't leave. Everybody was still here, okay? And then I spent the mass majority, basically all day. I got home maybe about 9 o'clock, and then I had to work on my fitness challenge that I'm running in my group and edit the video and blah blah blah. So I just didn't get around to it, so forgive me. Alright, so this episode started off with Phaedra and her son Aiden working on his little tie-dye shirts for her pop-up shop. Is that what the fuck it was called? Oh yeah, pop-up, yep. He's funny because first of all he thought that the kids that they was giving stuff to is in Africa, and he's really trying to understand basically why the fuck is we giving these motherfuckers money again? Oh, so they poor, so they don't got no stuff. Is that really our problem now? Yeah, he did not seem very very interested in giving no shit up. I think that's why he's asking so many questions. Like, wait a minute, let me get this straight again. So my stuff, so because they don't have stuff, then I could, oh, and where is this? Oh, in Flint, oh, in Detroit, in Michigan. Oh, okay. I thought it was Africa. His cookies. She was like, you got a price on your cookies? He was like, yeah, $5.99. Well, actually, $6.99. Ain't nobody buy no $7 cookie. No, I don't know. People do buy $7 cookies. Okay, I have probably bought $7 cookies. Go ahead, Aiden. Cynthia called while she's getting set up with her, and I think it's the nanny and Aiden or whatever, and she basically wasn't there when Phaedra announced this and asked everybody to be a part of it. So I think she's feeling shaded that happened. But I mean, was she not invited? I don't think that she was intentionally not invited. Like she decided to not be there, so that's kind of on her. But anyway, she's asking a ton of questions. Now I don't know if the conversation really went as long as they try to make it seem in real life, but they just kept doing like time lapses where it just seemed like she was on the phone forever answering a million questions. So she like, well, how many tables? Do the tables have tablecloths? Is there a cover charge? Can I bring this person? So who all is gonna be? Well, what is it? Yeah. So she like, yeah, honey, I'm gonna just send everybody an email. Get it together. And it'll have all of the information about the shit, so you could just, you know, stop being shady as hell, because it was like it had like a shade meter at the bottom. So they basically were saying that Cynthia was calling to be shady because she felt out of the loop. Anyway, Sheree's designer, they're looking at, I think it's walls, whatever the fuck it is. Is it walls? Is it carpet? Is it flooring? I don't remember what it was. It's on these big things that you turn, so it could have been any of those things. But he wanted to keep showing her shit from Europe, and she like, I can't afford this shit. That's right, bitch. Get a budget. She need to finish with this house already, okay? Does anybody care that much? Well, I guess Kenya does, but there's that. Okay, so Marlo shows up, and that dude Michelle, which I really need his name to not be pronounced Michelle, but Michelle said that he sent her, and that she's basically like his assistant, and whatever. So they basically hang up on him, and Sheree is really happy to see Marlo. Apparently they're good friends, and they were like, so what's up with you in Kenya? And I haven't seen you like at any of Kenya's, you know, recent events. And she was like, and bitch, you ain't gonna see me at none of them. Basically, first she was saying that she thought that everybody was being just mean to Kenya. She thought Kenya was misunderstood and was really a nice person, like deep down inside, and she was always sticking up for her. But then She called her one day to ask her about her birthday party. She said, you know, I want it to be real nice. What are some suggestions on things to do? And she was like, well, as long as it's flowers and wine, was that? Flowers and candles, then she would be there. Like, it would be beautiful. That would make it the best. But then she didn't hear nothing else about the birthday party, and next thing she knows, she see pictures of the birthday party happening that she was never even invited to. So how the fuck you gonna call me and ask me advice on my party and then don't invite me to it? That takes some motherfucking nerve. And we already know that Kenya got all kinds of motherfucking ignorant ass nerve. And had Nene up in the picture. So she's like, well, shit, you ain't even been friends with Nene. But I guess Nene just come along and be like, oh, I'll forgive you. And you just jump to it and just basically diss me, even though I've been being around and being your friend for like all of this time. So she said that she thinks that she was looking for her like more status having friends at her party, and I guess she just didn't make the cut. So she's pretty pissed about it. And what you call it, she also wasn't invited to the housewarming. So Sheree is like, girl, I did not know she was so cheap. Like, she ain't have no plumbing. Like, how the hell did you wash your ass? And or how do you take a shower? Marla suggested that she would send her a plumber because she's full of shit, and apparently her motherfucking house is too. That was shade, and it should have been way more funny than it is right now, because I should have said it more funny. But yeah, that was funny. Okay, but I don't know, just this whole charade, the chateau and the more and the manor shit, it really irks my fucking nerves. Like, I really need them to have a different storyline. I need it to be more, okay? I need Sheree to get with her fat husband and really get over this house. Let that fat motherfucker work on the house. Let him do some hard labor. Maybe that'll help him lose some weight. Like, really? So her whole storyline of just always throwing shade at Kenya, and Kenya's whole storyline of always throwing shade at her, it disgusts me, and it's gone on too long. It is so boring. It is so drawn out. At least Kenya has other shit going on to be talking about, but I really need Sheree to exist in other realms. Do more stuff, okay? Expand your motherfucking storyline. So yes, Kenya needs a plumber because she is full of shit, and so is her motherfucking house. Then Kenya rolls up to her house. The windows is broke out again in the motherfucking garage. He spray painted her cameras, broke out the back window, broke out her car or truck or whatever window. This motherfucker is bitch made. This is very much like some motherfucking Bernadette on waiting to exhale type shit. And he continues to do it as if it is manly and masculine. I need him to get off the roids, okay? I'm just gonna motherfucking say it. That motherfucker got all kind of steroid rage, okay? He's very obviously on some motherfucking roids, and he needs to knock it off because he's really coming off looking like a fucking punk. It is ridiculous to be that big and be that much of a fucking baby. I'm pretty confused as to what she's seeing in this motherfucker anyway. I mean, he isn't horrible looking, but I mean, that little smash nose face, that is not, you don't get to do extra stuff with that face. You're not gorgeous, boy. You need to be awfully motherfucking pretty to be pulling the shit that your motherfucking ass pull. Anyway, Kenya calls Candy, and she tells her the whole thing, and Candy logically tells her, you have to leave this motherfucker alone. Like, really? What the fuck? Why would you? Oh, Lord. Okay. And she was like, but I feel obligated to help him. Why? You don't feel obligated to help nobody else? Who is this motherfucker? What did he do to you? What kind of drug has he been slipping you? Girl, yeah, you're gonna need to get over your feelings of obligation. Let that motherfucker go, because he acting crazy now, and he done covered up your motherfucking windows. He might come rob you after that. Now, I mean, not your windows, your cameras, because he know that you don't have no cameras, okay? Kenya seems convinced that he doesn't really want to hurt her. He's just trying to get a rise out of her. He just want a response. And Candy is like, the shit that he's doing is nothing to respond to. I mean, what's the response gonna be? Happiness? Let's meet up, let's get together, hey buddy? No. It's stay the fuck away from me, you crazy motherfucker. He could have just stayed away and not done, you know, this crazy ass shit. Her father should have checked that ass. And by check that ass, I mean beat his ass up. Because he seemed like a punk, but I don't know, he might be strong, he might have beat a daddy up. So, okay, stay in your lane, Pops. Anyway, Candy was like, what would your dad do? Okay, I just brought up the dad, I forgot I wrote that. And she was like, well, my dad would say get a restraining order, but he's not going to respect the restraining order. And Candy's like, girl, okay, you need to get away from this situation or whatever. You can come and stay at my house. And Kenya's like, well, all right, well, thanks for the offer, but really, he's harmless. And I'm just saying, I'm sitting there looking at glass, jagged, fucked up glass, again. It got blood all over it. A motherfucker that keep punching through glass, losing all kind of blood. Could you imagine what the fuck his motherfucking hand and shit look like? And he keep on doing it? I don't think he's harmless. I don't think he's harmless at all. Girl, you better stop acting motherfucking crazy and leave that nigga alone. Like, I am no fan of motherfucking Miss Kenya Moore, because she is so much, okay? She is so annoying. She is such an ignorant, shady ass bitch. But she need to leave this motherfucking crazy nigga alone. I don't know what kind of hole he got over her, but girl, you better get from under that thumb and keep it motherfucking moving. This is fucking ridiculous. Cynthia's at her house and she's still packing up to move out because they got to be out by the end of the week. And it comes to show, I mean, they come to find out, what am I, they're not getting the house, the lake house, okay? She goes into Noelle's room and she like, when you gonna take this shit down, these pictures off this wall, and you know, she got shit written on the walls, and she was like, oh, I thought we were gonna take the wall. No, bitch, we ain't taking the wall. Who takes walls? Really? Okay, maybe because I'm poor. I was unaware that was a thing that people did. I like this wall. I'd like to bring it with me. Yes. The people who purchased the house, I'd like to leave them wallless. And completely without them knowing. So they feel like they're moving into a house that has all of the walls, but they're in for a surprise, taking the wall. Bitch, if you don't take these motherfucking pictures off this wall. So she told her, you know what, take a picture of this and you can put this on a new wall in the new fucking house. And she's like, well, basically what happened to the house? So the house appraised for $900,000, right? They had a second appraiser come in and it got appraised for $600,000. So she's not gonna pay over what the house is worth. So she actually needs a third opinion to, you know, to find a medium in the middle, or see if it's the same as the 600 or even lower, or if it really is 900 or whatever. She just needs to really find out how much the shit is worth. Noelle was like, so we homeless or whatever, and she was like, yeah, but everything should be sorted out pretty soon and we could stay at grandma's house. And Noelle was like, nope. Or we could stay at Kenya's house. Yes, let's do that. She's like, yeah, but the thing is, Kenya's boyfriend is a whack job and he crazy, he might kill all of us, so I don't know. But yeah, I'll check it out. All right, now Kenya goes to Phaedra's office to visit her, and they start off talking about, you know, the event that she's having over in Flint for the water, Detroit, blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, you're gonna be there? Yeah, I'm gonna be there with bells on. Oh yeah, 50% of the profit of my profit going to you. That sounds cool. That sounds fine. I think that's totally great. Whatever. Yeah, but I gotta tell you about Matt. broke out my windows, and he spray painted my cameras, and he busted out my car windows and everything. And you know, I know you went through a difficult relationship before. Difficult? Really? That's what we're calling that now. Not crazy, not psychotic, not violent. Difficult. And Paige is like, okay, well, you know, sometimes relationships get dangerous. This sounds dangerous. That's what I'm saying when I say that sentence. Yeah, you in danger, girl. She was like, well, for my relationship, Apollo wasn't the same at the end as he was when I had first met him. And Kenya's like, yeah, he's totally changed, but I know he's like a good person, like deep inside. And Paige is like, well, do you love him? And she's like, yeah, you know, the good him, you know, when he not acting crazy. So Paige was like, well, look, we tried everything before we decided to just call it quits. Like, we tried counseling and everything, and I think that maybe you are going to need to probably try, you know, more options before you give up on it. I'm just saying that would be sound advice if he wasn't completely bonkers already. So unless he's going to seek some real psychological help, him alone, just for his psychotic inability to control his emotions, no. I need Phaedra to not be encouraging her to try to stick it out with this motherfucker, because that shit is crazy. Let him go, girl. Run. Sell the Moore Manor, whatever the fuck. Get the fuck up out of there. This is ridiculous. Alright. Kenya and Candy are at her house. Okay. She shows up. She was like, oh girl, well, you told me that I could stay over here, and you know, he'd been acting crazy. And Candy's like, I know, I did not think this bitch was really gonna come. She was like, oh, you really came? She was like, see, you wasn't sincere, you didn't really want me to come. She's like, no, you can stay. But she wasn't sincere, right? Okay. And then Cynthia comes, and she was like, can I have a drink? What you got? And Candy like, well, I didn't know you was coming. She aggravated. I'll see what we got. And she's like, well, I didn't invite you. And Kenya's like, well, I invited her. So she was like, oh, okay. Essentially, they all want to live there. So Cynthia and Noelle needed a place to go, and they were going to stay with Kenya. But now Kenya is, you know, is afraid of a whack job. So Candy has a big ass house apparently, because they keep going on and on about how big the house is. Like, girl, have I never paid attention to how large your place is? Like, wow, it is big. You must have so many rooms, like so much space, you know, for us to be here, because that's what we're gonna be. It is a very awkward spot to be putting poor little Candy in, but she did put herself out there, and they her friends, so I guess, you know, she gotta do what she do. She doesn't seem hospitable at all, though. Yeah. They started talking about the group text, like about the pop-up thing, and they were like, okay, did y'all get the email? I mean, the text message where Phaedra read the hell out of Cynthia. Cynthia was like, I don't think she read me. They was like, bitch, she read your ass from the rooter and to the tutor, okay? What you call it? Candy reads the text out loud, and she was like, I still don't think that's reading. That's shady. Probably because she asked all of those questions, so she didn't mind being called out because she really wanted to know the answer, or yeah, or whatever. Let me see. Cynthia is against the 50% thing. So yeah, the text was there, and then Cynthia was like, since when is it 50%? And she was like, well, Sheree said that it was supposed to be lower, and she was there, and she's like a tape recorder. And Candy's like, no, that bitch is not. She gets it wrong all the time, okay? It's like, well, how so? What did she do that she got wrong? She was like, well, she invited me to have lunch with her or whatever, and then Portia's there too, so it's me, her, and Portia. And Portia is mad because Sheree told her that I said that she had sex with Block. But what I said was that she used to mess with Block. I didn't say that she had sex. Now, Sheree may have felt that, you know, sex might come with a relationship, but that is not something I said. So, yeah, she made that shit up. And they was like, really? You think she had sex with Block? And Kenya asked, was like, is that the one that peed on her? And they like, what? What the fuck is she talking about? She goes back to this game is, I bet you, or whatever, I never ever have I. That's what the shit is called. And it was like, never ever have I had somebody had a golden shower. That's what the shit was. And they was like, and she took a drink. Did you notice that? Yes, bitch, get the tea. So they like, oh my god, that's it. But golden shower could go in either direction, so she doesn't have to let somebody pee on her. Somebody could have let her pee on them. You think? Because I peed on somebody. Okay, nobody needs to know that, girl. But yeah, Kenya just so 80 faced it. You know, I do not care for her, but I don't want her to get killed by this motherfucking guy. So I'm just gonna roll with it for right motherfucking now. But she's a bitch, okay? Let me see. Phaedra is trying to situate people. So she's at the venue. She's trying to get people decide where everybody's table is going to be, so it ain't no fighting, because apparently they always fight in that motherfucking charity events. All the girls show up. Portia is not wearing her weave. She's cute. Her hair's so shiny. Her hair's so shiny. I'm like, she got good hair? Does she? I'm not supposed to say that as a natural hair blogger. Good hair is all hair, but y'all know what the fuck I mean. Tell me if she got good hair. Anyway, it doesn't really seem to be in any kind of style, just kind of tossed up there and whatever, but it still look kind of cute, kind of framed her face cute, and like I said, it's very dark, very shiny, whatever. And Candy's like, oh, so you ain't got no weave in, so ain't nothing for nobody to pull if you try to attack them in a dark ass alley. Did she attack people in alleys? Did I miss that? Okay. Basically, they saying that nobody knew that it was going to be 50%. So they trying to come at Phaedra, and Phaedra's like, this is a fucking charity event. Meaning charity. Okay? So, y'all motherfuckers, we all got money. We have enough money to spare, and giving up this little 50% is not going to fucking harm you bitches. So, really, let's make this shit happen. And then Kenya's like, well, not Kenya, Portia is like, well, I'm willing to do whatever it is that the kids need and blah blah blah. And then Cynthia like, yeah, we're all willing to. No, bitch, you was not willing to. Okay, you just finished in an email and multiple times going off about the 50% off fucking shit. You are not motherfucking here for it, and don't act like you cared about the kids above yourself now just because Portia did. Okay, so Candy's like, well, is that before or, you know, after? And she's like, well, it's gonna be the gross. She was like, yeah, I do understand the net versus the gross. And they're like, oh, well, explain it to Portia. And Portia's like, bitch, I got businesses. I know the difference between motherfucking net and gross profit. So they going around, you know, to everybody's table, what they gonna be selling. So I think, what is her name? Cynthia's selling like shades or something. Candy's selling her bedroom candy stuff. Portia's selling her stuff from her little weave company. I don't know what Phaedra's selling. Oh, well, she's selling like home stuff, the tie-dye shirts and cookies and stuff, right? Okay. Cause yeah, well, she gonna sell free legal advice or cheap legal advice, whatever. Who else is in this? Sheree is selling. They were like, what you selling? Oh, the t-shirts, the Who Gonna Check Me Boo t-shirts. I'm just gonna say, maybe like 3 years ago somebody had said that and it seemed very cool then, but is anybody gonna buy these shirts right now? Couldn't I just get a t-shirt and get that written on in my own self? Well, I guess you could say that of any t-shirt, but really, is anyone spending any money? Girl, them shirts better be $3, maybe $5. What else you got? None? Okay. So Kenya's talking shit about her because these motherfuckers are, you know, apparently always have to be on each other and talking all kind of shit in the background. So she was like, wow, she really here with these don't who gonna check me boo t-shirts. She was like, right now, I mean, I feel like we're giving her the charity because, bitch, this is charitable work just for you to even be able to put these punk ass t-shirts anywhere like anybody want them. So they're in a little huddle thing, and Phaedra is talking about who's gonna be there or whatever, or how the event's gonna be going down or whatever. And she was like, all right, well, the Detroit Barbie is gonna be there. And somebody was like, well, is it co-ed? Sheree, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be co-ed. And Kenya's like, and I'm gonna be there. And Sheree's like, I don't get it. Was she? Oh, maybe I do get it. Okay. Portia is looking at Kenya like, you know what is she going to contribute for the good of anybody? I mean, I guess she could teach people the way. I know the way, motherfuckers, alright? I'll be waving too. So, yeah. They placed the lines around the walls. Okay, they're gonna be lined up around the wall. And Kenya's like, well, what if people's lines are, not equal? So basically, she trying to call out Sheree. Because did you see Sheree's face when she said that? We don't have all the lines of your lines against the wall. Like, what if people's lines are not equal? Like, I don't want to be next to nobody who line is some bullshit. I want to be in the happening area. And Portia's like, all right, whatever. You can toss up some walls, put up a dildo wall or whatever. And Candy is like, bitch, I don't know why y'all throwing shade at my company. My company, Bedroom Candy, is actually the only one of these businesses that is a business. Meaning it makes money. Yeah, I'm the only one motherfucking banking out this bitch. She was like, all right, but you know what? I have a ton of products, but I only brought a few, so I wouldn't outshine y'all motherfuckers too much. Phaedra and Portia are at Dish Atlanta, and they're advertising for the pop-up shop, so that's good. A lot of people are going to be able to find out about it. Cynthia, she's got everything out of the house, and she don't got nowhere to go. The house is already sold, and they start showing, a montage of all of the shit from the past when, Noelle was a little girl and her and Peter. And then at the end, like, just all of the fights with her and Peter. And real estate agent is like, yeah, snap out of it, bitch. Could you leave and also give me the motherfucking keys? Come up off the keys, girl. Yeah. Announced the day at a pop-up shop. Alright. Kenya has a big ass booth with a big ass banner mural thing behind her, and Sheree is hating, and we can see why. Okay, Kenya is laughing at Sheree because Sheree got a little table, so she like, well, whose table is that with the one little flower on it? It's like a little base with some flowers in it. That's Sheree table. So she's sitting there laughing at her. I didn't really think it looked that bad. I mean, it's nothing compared to all of this extra shit that Kenya got going on. But I mean, she's just selling t-shirts. How big did her display need to be? Did she need a mural of her face to sell t-shirts? Her face is not on the t-shirts. Like, it doesn't even make any sense that it would be a big, huge thing. But you know how petty Kenya is. And Sheree, too. They both petty together. So they deserve whatever the fuck the other person say about the other, okay? So she's laughing at Sheree. And Sheree is like, she's over this bitch being extra as usual. Like, why is her whole display like so big and take up half of the fucking room? Blah, 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 whatever. Kenya goes over to Portia's booth and she was like, oh, well, this looks crooked. Yeah, could you lift that up? Could you do this? Could you do that? And Portia is walking up like, why is this bitch over at my booth? Trying to, fuck my shit up. Trying to sabotage my booth. So she was like, well, I was at your booth and it was crooked, so I was just trying to help. She's like, no, we don't need your help, just keep it moving. She was like, no, it really was crooked. Oh, was it? Oh, thank you. Did you get up and change it or move it? No, I told these guys to do it or whatever. She was like, oh, okay. She's like, you know what, Kenya got on a white dress and her whole little booth thing. It's all white flow. She was like, I see her little white flowing little motif she got over there. I'm gonna let her roll with it because that's about as close as she ever gonna get to heaven. Candy and Phaedra, Sheree said they looking like the double mid twins. They both got on almost the exact same, like, hot pinkish sort of little outfit. Not the same color, not the same outfit, but yeah, it was kind of weird that they both decided to all wear, you know, the same color or whatever. All right, in this setup, Kenya and Portia are like right across from each other, and Kenya starts hating on Portia, and she was like, I'm close to Portia. I'm like right across from Portia's booth. And basically, oh, Portia over there selling weed, but I have, you know, products over here to help you grow your own natural hair. And people want their own natural hair. Like, nobody don't want no horse hair up in their head. And I'm just thinking, don't you have horse hair up in your head now? Like, I think that Kenya has naturally longer hair, or faster growing, easier growing hair than a lot of people of African descent. That's right, I got all politically correct because I don't need you bitches trying to come for me. Only people that will come for me, bitches. People who don't, I love y'all. But yeah, I've seen her put some weave up in her hair, and to fucking just be calling people hair, people weaves horsehair. I mean, I know that that's like the ongoing joke to call weave hair horsehair, but bitch, you know it's not from a horse. It's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, she thinks that her shit is better than Portia's, and she was like, and I got, like, you know, customers, and ain't nobody over there by Portia. But Portia seemed to be doing fine to me. I mean, was it just me? I seen people over there taking pictures with her. Well, I don't know if they were buying any weed. No, I was seeing somebody was like, oh, I'm going on an audition, I need to switch my hair up. I'll be doing the same thing. So yeah, she getting customers. Like, bitch, don't exaggerate. Don't exaggerate. People do want to grow their own hair, but I haven't seen any reviews about Kenya's product line growing any hair. I haven't seen any reviews about her product line being used ever at all. Not even once. Okay, let me move on. All right, so Marlo comes in. Oh no. First, Apollo's parents come in, and Phaedra's like super nice to them, and his mother and his stepfather, because I was like, wait, they're both white, or are they? Is he black? I was confused. But yeah, that's his stepdad. So they're all talking, and then Phaedra introduces them to Kenya, and Kenya's like, okay, I did not even know that she was cool with Apollo's parents like that. Like, okay, I'm learning more and more shit about this bitch. Okay, so then Miss motherfucking Marlo comes in, and Kenya is instantly offset. She was like, this is so fucking shady. This is some shady ass shit. Like, she's just talking shit as if something wrong has been done to her. Apparently she knows she mistreated her friend. I don't know how she feels like something bad, like anybody's doing something to her because she did something fucked up to somebody else. So Marlo's of course there with Sheree. So Kenya goes over there like, oh hey, and they hug, like, can I talk to you? Could you can we go? Yeah, sure. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to invite you to my birthday party. No, to invite you to your housewarming. She was like, yeah, you also didn't invite me to your motherfucking birthday party, bitch. She was like, well, you know, it was a busy time. And she was like, no, but we're friends. You're my Aquarius sister. No, we're not friends. If we was friends, I would have been at your birthday party and your housewarming. Like, friends don't just decide, oh, I'm too busy to invite one friend, but I do have a party and invite tons and tons of other people. I invite my enemies to my birthday party, but I don't invite my friend, and my friend is supposed to feel like, oh, we're very close. She was like, no, we are close. She was like, no, we are not. We are friends. No, we are not motherfucking friends. Stop saying friends, okay? I'm not your motherfucking friend. Let me see. She was like, you were with Nene, who just ain't your friend, and we've been friends like for the past 3 years, and what the fuck? She's like, well, that's it. Our past 3 years of being friends is what basically solidifies the fact that we are friends now. She was like, this is some motherfucking bullshit. It doesn't prove any motherfucker that, you know what, bitch, you are Nene Jr. Come on, I am not Nene Jr. Just stop it. Shh, just stop it. Just calm down. Just stop it. I'm not gonna stop it, okay? What fucking kind of bullshit is that? So, basically, Marlo is not here for it. So, Kenya is trying to plead her little case, and Marlo is talking over her because, bitch, because she mad. Because I don't understand. I also don't understand how you call somebody and be like, hey, what do you think I should do for my birthday? I want to have a party. And you call me and ask me suggestions for your birthday party and then don't invite me, and we supposed to be friends, and then I see pictures of you with your enemy on your birthday. I mean, she could have tried to make it up to her by inviting her to the housewarming, like, alright, I fucked up before, but I'm trying to make it up to you. Let's be friends. I love you. I still care for you. This is my house. You're one of the first people, you know. No, none of that. Just straight up dissed her, and she wasn't here for it. Alright, so Kenya goes back to her table. She walks off, and she was like, you know what? She just wants to be dramatic, and let's just let her be dramatic. I don't know if I think she's being dramatic. I mean, it might have been loud and may not have been the place to do that. But then again, you probably should not have tried to have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody that you wronged at a charity event. Somebody who you knew was going to be very, very upset with you, and you try to do it there. Why? So she would have to stifle her feelings and just accept your thing? No, she didn't have to do that, and that's not what she did. So yeah. Anyway, she go back over there. She cusses. She was like, that bitch, she tried to lie and make some shit up. I don't give a fuck her, whatever. So then Kenya over there like, I have clients to attend to, okay? I don't have time for this mess. And it's not the kind of clients that she's used to. There are no old white men in my line. I don't know what that's supposed to have meant, but I do not think that Candy is above old white men, okay? I don't think she's above anybody with a little bit of cash, but I guess that's what she's trying to say about Marlo. I don't know why she's coming at Marlo when she's the one that did something wrong, but okay. I guess that's what she does when she's a really good friend. Like she tried to convince Marlo that they were very, very close and that she loved her. 5 seconds later, of somebody not accepting your apology, now all of a sudden they're a whore. Gotcha. Alright, so Candy comes over to Phaedra and she was like, okay, guess what? My consultants already bought like $5,000 worth of product from me. So I could just give you half from that, like right off the bat. So I'll give you the $2,500 for my profits, and you know, whatever. I don't even know how much the other girl is going to make. So I think Candy's trying to split out of the event, but she's leaving a girl there at her table, and you know, whatever is going to happen with that, but I'm just going to give you $2,500 of the money that I've already made from my own consultants. And she was like, well, you know, me and Phaedra don't get along. We're definitely not friends right now, but the shit that she's trying to do with the community to help you know, poor people, black kids, I'm here for it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to help her with that. Portia came over, and Portia's like, I'm just going to give you 100% of everything that I made today at this event. They did not make the $10,000 that they wanted to make. They made $7,541.83. That's right. I wrote down the exact figure because I'm exact like that, because that's how I roll, okay? Yeah, that's how much they made. And Phaedra said that she's happy. She's just gonna add the rest to make it the full $10,000. Cynthia donated $1,000. Sheree donated $595. And of course, we know the Candy gave $2,500. All right. Now, what's making me laugh is her son Aiden came over, and he's like, "Can I get my money?" I told you that motherfucker don't give a fuck about impoverished kids. He didn't care about them at the beginning. He be like, so what you saying? I gotta give them half of my money? These people in Africa, I mean Detroit, where are they at? Yeah, Mom, can I get my money? They were like, okay. Ain't too much. Alright. I don't know. I don't feel any way or the other about this episode. It was alright. It was cool. Kenya, that boyfriend of hers, that ex-boyfriend, girl, please leave him alone. I mean, literally alone. Like, a restraining order. he's gonna have to respect it at some point. I mean, let him go. Change your phone number, just everything. Make it over. Make it over. Peter and told him, you know what? You need to just leave this alone. You told her that too. Why you keep coming to her house, busting out her windows and bleeding all over her shit? You are fucking crazy. She need to let that motherfucker go. I'm glad that the event turned out well and it wasn't much fighting and too much pettiness from punk ass Sheree and fucking Kenya, because did I mention that they sickened me with that? And that's all I gotta say. If I skipped over anything, let me know down in the comments. If you agree with what I said, let me know in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. And until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later.
Thank y'all so much for watching. While you're here, why don't you swing by and check out my previous video.
She was like, wow, she being like real funny acting, like distant and cold. She think it's about the baby shit, but she don't want to say nothing. So she was like, well, great big old sweet.
I also have a beauty and lifestyle channel named after myself. Go on over and check me out.
Much bigger than baby. And she basically,
and if you're ever in the mood to get your body right and tight, swing by my fitness channel and check out some of my free workouts.